Hello and welcome to this brief video showing you how an in-class scenario created using PowerPoint and Meetoo might run in practice. So first of all, here we are in PowerPoint and I have the Meetoo PowerPoint plugin added. So we have this new ribbon here, and using this we can get to the web-based dashboard. And so here you can see that the meeting has been stopped. Now normally at this point you'd probably start the meeting, but what I'm going to do is to use simulated voting, so I want to leave it closed for now. So here we are, the presentation has been prepared. Down here you can see the number of the Meetoo meeting that students would need to join, and that's been automatically added to this slide. So let's start presenting. And here you see I got a choice because the meeting is stopped of either automatically starting the meeting, running it without any polling at all, or using simulated polling, and I'm going to choose this middle option. So first of all, there's this method is based on some work done by a colleague of mine, James Wilson, who is in health sciences, and he's got a particular specialism in issues around mental health and dementia. And he's been using this interactive theatre technique called forum theatre since 2004 to help students appreciate some of the emotional aspects of the complexity of people suffering from mental health difficulties interacting with the health system. And he does this through structured scenarios, and he gets together with staff and students to improvise a script so they know roughly where this play is going, and then they run it in the classroom, and students can stop the action at any time, suggest alternative courses of action, possibly even swap in and take over some of the roles for a bit. And he's also used it with the turning point clickers, where the students at various points in the story, the choices would be displayed on a screen, the students would vote on them, and then the story would proceed based on what most of the students had chosen. And it's that technique that I'm trying to emulate here. The feedback from the students has been that they really like this technique, they find it very effective, but of course you need actors and scripts, and it's quite a lot of effort to put on in a lecture theatre. So I was looking for a simpler method that we could just run using PowerPoint. So I've developed this example scenario, just a few branching steps, and you can see that you're about to catch a train for a job interview. So let's see how the first step goes. So this is the first choice. When I click, the polling is opened, in this case only simulated polling. I will go with whatever the simulated polling chooses at each step. Okay, so the computer has chosen that we will follow the woman. Okay, so what happens then? So you can see that the title is intended to provide a sort of context to the little bit of text that follows it. And then here are some more choices. So again, we'll open the polling. And the computer's decided we're going to continue looking for her. Oh, you've broken your phone and missed your connection. That's going to make life a bit awkward trying to get to this job interview, isn't it? And there's only one choice here. So all of these, I've simply selected the text and used the PowerPoint feature, which allows you to link a piece of text to another slide. Just when you think you're having a bad day, okay, you seem to have mislaid your ticket somewhere. So let's see what the computer decides. Oh, the computer is being pretty risky here. We're going to get up and hide in the toilet. Oh, that's painful. Now here I've included a few links like these which allow me to jump back to a previous slide. Let's try it again. This is actually a different slide. This is the first train, but I had to link it this way. So this time we're going to check our pockets, which seem like the obvious thing to do. And you can do that, but the conductor's definitely here. And this is an interesting type of branching point where you can't make a rational decision. Okay, so we don't know what either of these choices do. So let's let the computer decide. Exactly 50-50. Which one should we go for? Let's go for the first one. This happens. Oh, at last. The day is getting slightly better. Well, you thought it was getting better. So what I'm trying to do here is actually present quite difficult choices. What is the good choice here? There isn't an immediately obvious good one. And I think it's important that the choices you make aren't obvious. And the computer decides we're going to challenge her. Oh, that would be high risk, I think. But luckily all of these three just lead to this final map of the scenario. I think the important thing to notice here is that the scenario has been broken up into these particular chunks, and each chunk is linked by one or sometimes perhaps by two simple connections, and you need to do this in order to kind of keep your scenario manageable and to keep the story moving along fairly well. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.